There are two types of Japanese adjectives, I adjectives and Na adjectives. As the name suggests, I adjectives end in an I. The Na adjectives are other adjectives that don't end in I or that have an E sound before the I, and there are a couple of other exceptions. Why they're called Na adjectives you'll learn at another point. Let's have a look now at some of the I adjectives. Repeat the adjectives after me. I, warui, omoshiroi, tsumaranai, tanoshii, okashii, samui, atsui, oishii, mazui. Let's have a look at some Na adjectives. You'll notice that they generally don't end in an I, or if they do, there's an E sound first. Kirai, ski, shizuka, kirei, benri, yumei, hen. You've been using adjectives so far using the pattern noun wa, adjective des. This allows you to talk about what things are like, but sometimes in Japanese you want to talk about how things were, what you thought of them in the past, how something was. To do this with I adjectives, we need to change the adjective itself to take it to the past tense. We chop off the I, which you can see demonstrated here, and then we add kata. Chop off the I, add kata. Let's have a look at a couple of examples. Omoshiroi, interesting. If you wanted to say that the dog is interesting, you say inu wa omoshiroi desu. If you saw a dog in the past and you want to say it was interesting, we chop off the I and we add kata before our desu. So you can say inu wa omoshirokatta desu. Although I'm not sure why a dog is interesting. If you want to say that maths is boring, sugaku wa tsumaranai desu. It is boring. But if you get home and your mum wants to know how was maths today, and you want to say it was boring, you've got to chop off that I and add katta. So you end up with tsumaranakatta. To put it in a sentence, you have the noun, the wa, the adjective with its katta form, and desu. Sugaku wa tsumaranakatta desu. Maths was boring. How do you think you would say that something was delicious? The cake was delicious. Remember, there are two steps. Have a go now. Did you remember to chop off the ka and add katta to oishii? Keiki wa oishikatta desu. You would do the same with mazui. If something tasted bad, mazu katta desu. There's one important exception to this rule. The word I, good, can only be used in the present tense. To say that it was good, we have to use an old-fashioned word, yoi, and we use that yokatta. So we've chopped the I off the old word yoi to get yokatta, it was good. So to recap that, when using I adjectives in the past tense, the pattern is the same as what you learned before. Noun wa, adjective des, but you have to change the adjective and make it the past tense, chop off the I, add katta. So for example, neko wa kawaii desu, the cat is cute. Change it to the past tense. Neko wa kawaikatta desu, it was cute. Na adjectives are much simpler to change. Instead of having des at the end of your sentence, you simply change it to deshita. So to say that you disliked something, instead of saying kirai desu, you say kirai deshita. instead of saying hamburger ga suki desu, I like hamburgers, you say hamburger ga suki deshita, I liked the hamburger. If you wanted to say that the class was quiet rather than is quiet, instead of saying kurasu wa shizuka desu, we say kurasu wa shizuka deshita. The class was quiet. If you wanted to say that your room was clean, you could say kirei deshita. Heiya wa kirei deshita. It was clean. The word for mobile phone is keitai denwa. How do you think we would say the mobile phone was convenient? Perhaps you took it on holiday. Have a go at saying that now. Did you say keitai denwa wa benri deshita? Now have a go at saying Tom Cruise was famous. Did you say Tom Cruise wa yume deshita? Perhaps Michael Jackson would be a better example, because Tom Cruise is still famous. What if you said the book was strange? Remember, the word for book is hon. Hon is our noun. We add the wa. Our adjective is next, hen, and then simply add deshita. You've finished reading it, you have an opinion, you think it was strange. So with na adjectives, the sentence follows the same pattern it did before, but you change des to deshita. So to go over that one more time, to change an I adjective to past tense, we chop off I and add kata before the des. With na adjectives, you just change the des to deshita. Have a go at the questions in your book if you haven't already.